my video. Today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial on this look. I wore this look in my last video and also my last vlog, and a lot of you asked me how to do this eye makeup, so I thought I'd do a makeup tutorial and show you. And today I've gone back to basics. Instead of doing the whole kind of fancy editing and whatnot, I've just gone back to basics and I'm going to do a talk through tutorial, because I think that sometimes you guys want a more in-depth tutorial and a more kind of like a personal way of doing it. And I also used the Charlotte Tilbury Dolce Vita palette, which I got just after Christmas in Selfridges, and I absolutely love this palette and I've been using it so much, so I thought it's the perfect time to show you guys how I use this palette. And I know a lot of you guys have this palette or want this palette, so I thought let's do this video. Hair behind my ears because we don't want the makeup on the hair. And I'm using my Holy Grail moisturiser, which I always use before I apply makeup, and it's the Olay Beauty Fluid. So next I'm going to prep my lips with the Elizabeth Arden 8-hour cream, and this just makes sure it's nice and soft, so when it comes to applying your lipstick at a later stage, your lips are already moisturised. To make sure my makeup stays on all day long, I'm going in with the Benefit Pore Freshenal Primer, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that and apply it to my T-zone. I don't actually apply this all over because I don't find that I need it, but I'm just going to apply a small amount to my T-zone because I'm going to apply some concealer, and I'm using the MAC Studio Sculpt in NC20. I'm going to go underneath and cover my dark circles. If you just look like that into the mirror, you can actually see your dark circles. So these babies need covering up. And some people like to apply concealer before foundation, and some people like to apply concealer after foundation, and I just find that it's personal preference. I actually do both, and it depends how my skin is. I've recently been breaking out, so I have a lot of acne scarring, so that means I prefer to put on my concealer first, because that means I end up using less foundation. So cover any blemishes that I have, especially because I've been breaking out lately. So now that I've covered most of my blemishes, I'm going to go ahead and use my foundation, and this is the L'Oreal True Match Foundation in W3, and this foundation is amazing. I'm just going to put it onto a Real Techniques buffing brush and just stipple that onto my face, and then blend and blend and blend. So now that I have my foundation on, I'm going to move on to highlighting the face, and I'm using the L'Oreal Lumi Magique touch pen, which looks like this. I'm just going to put that down the T-zone to highlight and bring out the centre of the face, under the eyes to brighten them up, along the dark corners of my nose, and just a bit on the corners of my mouth, and that's just going to really brighten up the face and bring out the centre points that you want to highlight. And then I'm just going to blend and blend and blend again, and I'm using the this is the Real Techniques setting brush, which I think is one of the best brushes I have in my brush collection. So now that I have my foundation, highlighter and concealer on, I'm going to set my under eyes, and I'm using the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. So now I'm going to go in with an actual setting powder for the rest of my face, and I'm using the Shoot and Mura matte powder. I'm using a Real Techniques powder brush. So I'm just going to put that onto my face like so. And a lot of people like to set their foundation after they've done the eye makeup, but but I actually prefer to do it straight after, because I find that after I've done my eye makeup, my face gets a little bit oily, and if I set the face with powder afterwards, it enhances my pores. So I just prefer to do it straight after, and then I know that I have a nice base to work with. Put some bronzer on just to add some colour, and I'm using this NARS brush which looks like this, and Hoola by Benefit. I'm going to use that to contour my cheeks, and this brush is perfect for that. As you can see, you can get a really nice sharp line. So I'm going to contour my nose and make it appear taller and slimmer. And then just to make sure that it's all blended, I like to go back in with my powder brush and just kind of feather the bronzer out. So now I'm going to move on to my eyebrows, and I am using the Soap and Glory Archery brow pen, and I don't really have much eyebrows. My eyebrows are very sparse and very light, so I definitely need to fill them in. This pen to create a straight line at the base of the eyebrow. Then going in with the HD brow palette, I'm going to use the lightest brown to fill in my eyebrows, and I'm using a angled MAC brush. My eyebrows are filled in, I like to go ahead and use a brow gel, and a lot of people always ask me if I colour my eyebrows to match my hair, and the secret is just eyebrow mascara, and I use this one called Visual Up Brow, and it's in the colour BL02, and it's very gold, as you can see. So when I put that on top of a dark eyebrow, it not only lightens them, but it also makes the hair appear more golden. So as you can see, compared to this brow, it's a lot more matching to my hair. So I'm just going to do the same on this side. So now I'm going to move on to do my eyeshadow, and I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Dolce Vita palette, and it just looks like this. It's beautiful, like beautiful, and it has the most gorgeous colours ever. So I'm going to start by taking this reddish brown colour, and I'm putting it onto a 239 MAC brush, and then I'm just going to put that straight onto my eyelid, just up to the crease area. This brown colour on both of my eyelids, as you can see. And I'm just going to take it along the lower lash line, and you want to be quite generous because this is a really like smoky eye. Go ahead and take my MAC 217 brush and use the darkest brown here, and I'm actually only going to use a small amount because I'm using this as a blend out colour and not an actual block off colour. So I'm going to pop that in the crease area and help feather out that harsh line. To highlight my brow bone and also blend out the harsh line, so just popping that onto a fluffy MAC brush. I'm not sure what number this is anymore because it's rubbed off. I'm just going to put that underneath the brow bone and also feather out any harsh edges. I'm going to go ahead and curl my eyelashes, and I'm using a Shoot Remover eyelash curler, which I think is the best of the best when it comes to eyelash curlers. So just a few seconds on each eye. Going with a MAC Smolder eye pencil, and I'm going to tight line my eyes by a generous amount on the lower lash line. I now using a MAC 219 brush, I'm going to go over the eyeliner and blend it out so it looks a lot more softer and a lot more smokier. So the next comes my favourite part, which is liquid eyeliner, and I'm going to use a mirror for this because I need to get up close. I'm just going to apply that to my top lash line and create kind of like a cat eye effect. So as you can see, by applying liquid eyeliner to the top, it's made this eye look a lot larger and a lot more intense, which is what I prefer. But if you prefer this one, then you can skip the eyeliner. So now that my eyelashes are on, my eyes should be looking pretty intense, and I'm going to go ahead and apply mascara to my lower lashes, and this is the Maybelline Big Eyes. And what I like about this is it comes with a mini brush for your lower lashes. So like my mascara, I'm going to go ahead and apply some blusher, and I'm using the NARS blush in Gilda or Gilda, but it's a really nice pretty coral colour. I'm just going to put that on my cheeks and in the hollows of my cheeks as well, so it blends nicely with the bronzer. And then some on this side as well. So now that I have my blusher on, I'm going to go ahead and apply some highlighter, and I'm using the 3CE Free Concept Eyes, which is by the Korean brand Stylenander, and I'm using Bling Peach. So I'm just going to apply some down the T-zone, just across the forehead, down the chin area, just above my cheekbones, and then whatever's left just under the eyebrows. So the final step is lipstick, and because the eyes are so heavy and I have so much going on down here and around the rest of my face, I'm going to keep it really nice and simple, and I'm using the Rimmel Nude Delight. So just pop that on. It's a really nice peachy nude colour. 3CE lipstick in Orange Sherbet, which is like an orangey colour. I'm just going to put that in the centre of my lips on top of the Rimmel Nude Delight. So that just makes them more peachier and more blending with the face, and that's our finished look. So thanks for watching my video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the talk through tutorial, and if you do, please do let me know in the comments below and give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and hopefully I'll be doing more tutorials like this in the future. So yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys. Marble Arch, because I've got an hour to burn before I meet Julie and Michelle, so I'm going to do a bit of shopping. I'm maybe going to Selfridges and see if I can